Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, we had a lot of conversation this morning about sports betting, constitutional amendment, what's required and what's not. But you know what we didn't talk about, Mr. President? We didn't talk about the kids that are on the lottery for pre-K. I heard the senator from the 37 talk about what was morally right. Well, he and I served together in the House. We've served together in the Senate. And at both times, kids have still been on the lottery to get pre-K. Still on the lottery. We passed the budget, still didn't fully fund pre-K. Well, we know that the earlier a child is in education, the earlier they'll learn how to read, the better chance they have for success. So we want to kick the can down the road and say we need just a little bit more time. Well, after a while, time's going to run out. And we won't have enough time to keep saying we just need a little bit more time. Because colleagues in the minority party, when we ask for more time on other legislation, we're always told we got to get it done today. But when it's convenient for folks to ask for us to slow it down now, because kids are on the lottery for pre-K right now, and I promise you, without this bill, those kids won't come off the lottery for pre-K. So if you're serious about education and opportunity, you be serious about this bill so kids will have an opportunity. Because that's what we're talking about in this bill, is opportunity. Now there's what's the sports teams going to do, what's this going to look like, what's that, the tax rate, this, that. But we're not talking about the kids. That's what I'm most important about. Because if we were serious about it, the gentleman from the 4th had a bill to work on literacy, to address dyslexia. We'd get serious about the kids in this state who's sitting at home because they might not get a chance to be on the lottery. So we're talking about what we voted on in 1992 on a constitutional amendment. I'm certain if we could just look back through the history book and the lens of time, we probably would say we wouldn't be voting to put kids on a lottery by creating the lottery. But Mr. President, my colleagues have come with all type of things. All I'm asking you to do is support kids today. I believe that you believe that all kids should have an opportunity to go to pre-K. That's something the majority party and the minority party agree on, that kids need education. Pre-K is a vehicle to do it. We're talking about health care and all these other things, and we just need a little more time. Well, colleagues, we could also do something with Medicaid, too. But where are we at on that? Is that going to take us a little more time? Are we going to wait for folks to get bad prognoses from doctors? Are we going to just keep giving it a little more time? Well, we know the time is filled with swift transition. And sometimes you got to hold on to things eternal, but time is running out on this. Because every day that goes by, another school year starts, another kid is sitting at the house. And I work with a senator from the 4th very closely, and he and I had the same conversation about students on pre-K. He asked his superintendent, and I asked mine in the urban community. He asked his superintendent in the rural community. I said, what happens with those kids if they don't get in on pre-K? He said, they just go back to the house. They just sit there at the house. We can work out semantics, and if legislation goes through the legal system, whatever that may be, we'll work that out. We've come up here and tell you about other things, and you still pass it too. But it just is funny and mighty convenient, Mr. President. We pick and choose what we want to slow down and what we want to speed up. And so all I'm asking you to do is do the right thing by kids in this state. A vote for this bill is a vote for kids. And if you want to talk about gambling and you're concerned about addictions, I have not seen a bill since I've been in the Georgia General Assembly to repeal the lottery. I have not seen a bill since I've been in the Georgia General Assembly come to the floor to repeal the Hope Scholarship. I've never seen a bill. But we get on our moral high horses, colleagues, and we pick and choose what we want to do and when we want to do it and how we want to do it. And if we were serious about it, then guess what? There wouldn't be a Georgia Lottery Commission. If we were serious about it, there wouldn't be reserves sitting in the billions in the Lottery Commission. If we were serious about it, we would have already done something. We're not serious about it. You just want to slow it down. Because if you were serious about it, we wouldn't be here talking about it today. So with that, Mr. President, I ask colleagues for your favorable consideration. And with that, Mr. President, I yield the will.